Hey, Damone, obviously you're a big talk of the town this week after your performance, number of tackles, your performance all season long, and all year coaches talk about you, the improvements they wanted you to make, whether it be tackling space, et cetera. But when you got that 18, how much did you feel like, okay, this is something now that I have to live up to, or this is something like not that you have to be something you're not, but you have to be kind of the best version that you have to be every day? Is that something that's real when you get that jersey?
Well, every day, I challenge myself to be the best version of myself that I can be. But when I back last year when I got number 18, I didn't think that I was gonna get 18. But I'm just, thankful that my coaches and the players, just voted me to wear number 18. It really means a lot to me. And I know the history behind number 18, and like I said, I just got there to be the best Damone Clark that I can be.
Hey, Damone, this is Josh Sibley with Louisiana Gridiron Football. Um, you're in your third defense now with your third defensive coordinator. Right now, you're 23 tackles off from when Devin won the Butkus, and you're only six solo tackles off from when he made that number. How does that make you feel knowing that you're having a season like him, and you're pretty much a little bit more than halfway through this year?
In my opinion, I think Devin is the best linebacker to walk through LSU, and just to be in the category with Devin really means a lot. But I just continue to just get better each week. Continue to listen and harp on what Coach Baker tells me a lot because we watch film a lot, and he give me small tendencies to look for, and when you go out there and play, it's easy for you to see those tendencies and go out there and just play.
Thanks, Damone.
Thank you.
Damone, kind of piggybacking off of Josh's question, there's starting to be a lot of talk about you. Hey, Damone Clark, you're leading the country in tackles. Damone Clark needs to be an All-American. Damone needs to be considered for the Butkus Award. Do you hear any of that? And I'm sure that's not your motivation. Obviously, you've been focused on a lot of other things, but do you hear any of that? And what do you think when you hear that? Do you think maybe how far you've come as a player?
When one thing Coach O always tell us is block out the noise, and that's one thing that I do, block out the noise. I'm just focusing on helping this team get better. We have a lot of good guys on this team, and as long as we all pulling on the same side of the rope, everything else will take care of itself. But like I said, I block out the noise. I don't be on social media, so I don't see I don't see those things.
Devon, Coach O said yesterday that Neil Farrell, when he came back from his, opt-out, that he came back a different cat, is the phrase that he used. How did you see Neil compared now to where he was before, the 2020 season and opting out and all that?
Neil has a lot of growth from when he had opted out. He was, even when he did opt out, he still was talking to guys like myself and Dre Daly, and I'm proud of Neil. Proud of how far along he's come. He's a great leader for our D line. That's another guy that you should count on a lot because he works day in and day out just to continue to be the best Neil Farrell that he can be. And like I said, I'm proud of him. And as long as all we got to do is just keep doing what we're doing, man, and everything else gonna fall in line and take care of itself.
One more other question about one of your teammates. We obviously just got to talk to Max. How have you seen him evolve as a quarterback over the last 8 games?
Wait, repeat your question.
Yeah, how have you seen Max evolve as a quarterback over the last 8 games?
Oh, like he said, he wishes a few turnovers that he can take back, but it happens. That's part of the sport. But Max have involved. He's been more of a vocal leader for our team and also the offense. And I'm proud of the way Max just continues to compete each day, no matter what happens. He still go out there and compete to the very end.
Hey, Damone, we went and talked to Coach Osbury yesterday about your time in lab and your improvements, etc. Two questions, I guess. Rewind the clock and put yourself in your shoes when you were in high school. Did you see yourself having the success that you're having right now? And secondly, he said that it wasn't always obviously this easy for you, and there were times when you were struggling and questioning whether you wanted to stay there. How much of the right decision was it for you to kind of fight through that? Because there was a lot of expectations to you, and I think a lot of people were disappointed in the way that you were playing, right? Probably yourself the most. So how much of I guess that internalized and improvement you realize that you need to do?
I'm just thankful for my time at Southern Lab. I wouldn't be where I'm at without being at Southern Lab and just seeing the family aspect of how it's one big family at Southern Lab, and I mean we didn't have it easy there. We went through things my senior year of high school, and it made me the person that I am today. But I mean, just thinking back right now, I mean I never thought that I'd be in the shoes that I'm in right now, and I just every day one of the first things I do when I wake up in the morning is just thank God for being in the position I'm in. Like no matter how good or bad it is, I still just thank God each day.
What about the tough times before you got 18 and everybody was wondering, is this dude going to make the roster? Is he going to make the field kind of thing? What about that doubt and your ability to kind of push through it and overcome it?
The biggest thing, just my family and my mom, my dad, just just having my family there for me each day. Because I mean, it was times when when I first got here, it was a tough transition for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, just going through, just being in college. I'm being on your own. Not having your parents there. They here, but they not here. Because I'm on. My family has things to do, and I had to adapt to waking up without seeing my parents in the morning. Just being there, just guiding me to being on my own. And I mean, it was tough, but I just still thank my family and my parents each day just for just keep pushing me. Even to this day, they just push me to this day just to keep going because it's tough times, but tough times don't last long. So I mean, I'm just grateful.
Damone, we asked about your motivation after the game, and you said you have a 1-year-old daughter. And I was wondering what fatherhood has taught you in this past year and how that has changed you as a person, as a player.
Yes, like I said, my 1-year-old daughter, Dakota, that's my biggest motivation. And even last year when things got tough for me, I could have walked away last year. I mean, it was tough for me, and I just just continue just to think about who I have to provide for and just having to provide for my 1-year-old. Like I said, Saturday it just hit different. It makes you want to go harder because if I don't do it, then who will?
How's balancing fatherhood with being, a student, a football player, and how often do you get to see her?
I mean, it all depends. Like since we have a bye week this week, we're gonna fix LSU, and then that's one of the things that I'm gonna do this weekend or whatever days that we don't have to do things with football. One of the biggest things I do is just I just chill with my daughter and just spend time with her. Like one thing she like to do is watch B movie. So I mean, I just watch B movie with her. We get ice cream, eat popcorn, like just small things like that. But like during the week, I hardly get to see her. But on the weekends, especially when we play earlier games, after the games, I'll go get her. She comes to my house, and then we just spend time together. Because these are times that I won't get back. She's 1-year-old right now, and I mean, each day is just like I see she's just learning more and more every day, and I just remember like when she was little.
You know all the lines to B movie now?
Yeah, I know most of them. I mean, every time I get it, I mean, I know one thing. If I don't want to run around the house, trashing my house up, turn B movie on. She's gonna sit down and watch B movie. It's gonna keep her attention. I mean, I don't have no other choice but to sit there and watch it too. So I know most of them, and I'm just continuing to learn to know.
You and Ty have known each other for so long, and y'all both have a daughter. How do you find that links the two of you? Do y'all talk about fatherhood a good bit, how to raise a child, like in the midst of football?
Well, I have my father in my life, and Ty has his dad in his life. But I mean, we always, just give small points to each other. Like, cause my daughter's older than his daughter is. So I mean, there are things that that if he may not know, then if he don't ask his dad, he can ask me. And I mean, that's like I said, Ty one of the first people I met in 2006 when I moved out here from Katrina. So, I mean, just seeing his growth, it's like I said, it hit different for him too. It's a different mentality you have to take when you have a child to provide for.